Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 11th episode of the second season of ReZero. So let's get into the episode and see how our chat with Beatrice goes. So, 3, 2, 1, play. And they're on their way, leaving, of course. Because it's not a safe place to be, you know. I mean, we just put her on our shoulder and run out. I mean, pretty simple. Maybe it's not all that omnipotent knowledgeable after all. Let's burn the book. In her defense, you are a lot taller than her. There is nothing in that book. Maybe only she can read it. Or it just stopped working. Well, isn't that a twist? I guess there's no sequel. Pretty sure he is. I was not told we would kill Beatrice. Do we have a say in this? Apparently not a lot. There's that number again. And maybe you could just, like, decide your own future? Maybe? I don't like that line after can. We don't want to do that. At least I don't want to do that. Not that I have much of a say in it. Don't say kill you again. Wow, I could do some of those things. I would prefer the other option, so Subaru, could you get on that? That finally makes sense why she was so close with Puck, because Puck was also a spirit. Just realized that. Oh no, not that voice! You go away. That door was shut. Damn loophole. Just screw you. Oh, Beatrice can do that too? I didn't know that. Yeah, not like a lot of great options. I guess we could try that. Yeah, it's probably gonna be too late to save anyone. Usually is in this show. Have we met? I figure I would remember you. Oh. Oh. Oh, her. Okay. I didn't recognize her in that outfit. Well, wow. I can't, I don't know how to feel about this. Now I know how to feel about this. Screw you too. That does not make it okay. I think we should reset now, Subaru. Partner, you mean the beasts or Elsa? Yeah, Elsa. Oof. It is so weird seeing her outside of the mansion. So more than just Shamunk. I'm just happy to see somebody attacking her, honestly. Although I'm not gonna expect it to end happily for us. Things usually don't. And yeah, she looks great for her age. Oh. It's a nice statue, though. Big improvement, I would say. Well, good luck coming back from that. It's so happy. It's just such a satisfying thing to see her dead. She's still an enemy. Okay, we can kill her now. Well, then close your eyes, Subaru. You are dead. You are... Oh! You were supposed to be dead. What did you even do? Literal backstab. As expected of the scummy Elsa. Come on, Subaru. Reset now. I really don't think you can help this way. You know the only way you can help. That's gorgeous animation, though. Doesn't make it much better, though. Oh. Yeah, this is not gonna work. You still didn't answer my question about how you got back up. Because that looked pretty final. Imagine being Elsa, wouldn't that suck? What are you doing, Beatrice? Well, he reset, but what did she do exactly? Give him something he could carry over, maybe? Can she even do that? That'd be cool. Almost like a New Game Plus kind of thing, you know, bring something new to a new game. But, the fact that his eye still seems injured is very concerning. So maybe he didn't reset, maybe she just teleported him. Maybe. I don't know. Amelia, it's nice to see you. Even though I can only half see you. I'm a little bit nervous that we don't see her eyes. That's got me concerned. Is this not Amelia? This is very unsettling. This is definitely not Amelia. That is absolutely terrifying. I've never been this scared of Amelia before. I don't know how a voice I love so much could scare me so much. But that is something very wrong here. I don't know what's happening. He's right about that, but So he knows there's something wrong too. It's a good question. And yeah, we get to see Roswaal again. You'd think Elsa would be the one to make it snow. Ram, I wish you would stop defending him. Oh, did you stab him? Or no? He did not stab through her, did he? He better not have. And that's kind of what that looked like. That is definitely what he did. I cannot believe I actually managed to hate him more than I did before. Subaru, stab him. Like right now. If it's the last thing you do, stab him. How about we kill you instead? That is not a reason to stab Ram. I'll show you a reaction if I wasn't afraid to break my monitor. I don't care if you can redo this, I'm still not gonna forgive you for that. Can't believe literally 2 characters I care about got stabbed in the back this episode. If only your wish was to die too, that'd be great. I'd happily help you with that. I don't like the sound of that. Told you should have stabbed him when you had the chance, Subaru. Yes, he knows about that. We have company. Are those... Yeah, those are the rabbits. Definitely want to die before they get here. Yeah, Subaru, you might want to hurry up and just die. Like, quickly. You do not want to die to those again. Right. I remember that. What exactly does that mean? Those things are getting closer. I mean, if those things are gonna kill Roswaal, I'll gladly accept that. Maybe it was best that he didn't stab him after all. No. Finally, those rabbits did something good in this show. It's just gonna end, isn't it? Oh no, there's a little bit left. I see you haven't changed. Yeah, you could say that. A lap pillow. I guess probably would be the best place to die. Couldn't imagine a more pleasant way to go. Still terrifying though. Yeah. Mm. It's okay, a lot of people in this show are. I had the taste of death. Yeah, okay. That was the 11th episode of the second season of ReZero, and yeah, there's a lot to take in with this episode. Not really sure where to start. I mean, for one thing, we had a discussion with Beatrice, which, I mean, we definitely saw a lot of her this episode that we haven't seen before. You know, Beatrice for the most part in this show has been a bit of a, you know, level-headed, calm, cool, collected kind of character that mostly wants to be left alone, but does kind of help Subaru a little bit here and there. You know, she has all of her kashiras and stuff like that, and she obviously just mostly hangs out in the library, and that's kind of what her job has been. You know, that's what we knew about her up to this point. I don't know if we knew she was a spirit before. I can't remember if that was something that was mentioned, but you know, if it wasn't, it was something that made sense. So either way, it wasn't a big surprise. But one thing I did realize is that, yeah, that would be a pretty big connection point between her and Puck if they're both spirits and stuff like that. I imagine spirits can relate to each other more than they would to people, but I don't know much about spirits, so it's really just a guess. But yeah, just 400 years she's been alive, been here, I guess. You know, that same number we heard from Ryuzu, right? That one Ryuzu that was like the manager of the Ryuzus. So definitely an important amount of time. And Beatrice just saying that her goal in life is to just die is just... that's pretty rough, you know, for sure. You know, waiting for a person that never came, that may or may not be Subaru. You know, that whole outburst, you know, wanting... you know, I don't remember the exact thing she said, but it was a bunch of things she wanted Subaru to do, and if he can't do that, to kill her instead, and damn did that hurt the Kokoro quite a bit. Just, I mean, we've never seen this kind of emotion from Beatrice in the show, so... yeah, it was painful, for sure, and if there wasn't enough pain for you, Elsa came up from behind, who apparently had the brilliant idea to just open all the doors until one of them worked, you know? I guess you can't argue with that. So she walks in, and we actually escaped using the Shamak, you know, a classic Subaru technique, although Beatrice was the one that used it. I actually didn't know she had Dark Affinity magic, so that may be something that we learned here, or something we learned before. Again, I'm not quite sure, but she definitely has that, that's for sure. And we met someone else, you know, I think this is the first time we met her as being Elsa's partner, you know, somebody that we thought was just like a normal, you know, young girl, but... you know, apparently she's now evil. She's wearing black. She's controlling mob beasts behind her. You know, yeah, that shot of her just like in this pose, you know, on the bridge with a bunch of bats and stuff behind her, it almost looked like a cute Halloween cosplay kind of thing. You know, like I couldn't take it too seriously initially, but then there was, you know, the I don't know who Rem thing is, and at that point, my mixed feelings mostly just turned to screw this girl. Let's just kill this small child now. That'd be great. But, you know, Elsa came by, and actually, Beatrice did a pretty good job taking her on, I would say, for the most part. I seriously thought she was dead, which I guess is just my own stupidity, really, because, you know, of course she didn't die. Even though she was, like, frozen solid, fell over, broke into hundreds of pieces, of course I wouldn't kill her. Why would I think such a thing? But, yeah, she just got up and stabbed Beatrice in the back, which ended up becoming a theme of the episode, really. And then we got to watch Beatrice die, you know? Which is, of course, not pleasant, although, like I said, the animation, the particle effects, do you call that? Do you call it that when it's 2D? I don't know. But it looked absolutely gorgeous. But it wasn't worth, you know, having her die, though. But it did look good. And Beatrice said something to Subaru before, you know, at first I thought maybe he was, you know, like dying and this was like some final little gift to give him that could be carried over, you know, because that would be a cool idea. But I think, you know, what happened was she just teleported him away because he still had the eye injury, so that's what made me think that he did not reset by death. It would suck though if, like, you know, he really did carry over an injury after a reset. That would be terrible. But luckily that does not seem to be the case. But there's a lot of snow, which you would think would be Amelia because, you know, she has that panicky frost thing that she does, right? But no, apparently that was Roswaal's doing. And I never liked Roswaal from episode 1 of season 1. I never really liked him. And ever since then, my like of him has just been decreasing, you know, and the dislike going up. And I think that reached a new peak with this episode, which I honestly didn't think that was possible. I really didn't. But apparently it was. And we had Subaru walk in to meet Amelia. And I had a bad feeling about this pretty quick. You know? Mostly because of the, like, you can't see her eyes, which is a pretty typical anime thing, you know? When there's something, like, kind of, like, not right about somebody. Right? I wasn't sure what the deal was, whether or not, you know, this was just, like, Satella and Amelia's body or what was going on. But, yeah, this interaction was certainly something. Like, she was very clingy and needy of Subaru, you know, relying on him a lot. Just, I don't even know how to describe it really, but just the voice acting in this scene was on point to just absolutely unsettle me. Especially the zoom-in shot of her eyes. Like, not only did it have this, like, dark aura thing that was pretty nicely animated, but it had Subaru's reflection on top of that as it, like, panned over from one eye to the other. That was just a gorgeous shot as far as, you know, what it was trying to accomplish, which was to disturb me, and it definitely did. The absolutely still face, you know, as it does that. Just... And yeah, the voice acting combined with it just made this very, very terrifying. But it's just like, I mean, the voice isn't really that different from what she usually does, which is kind of the brilliance of it. But just slight change of nuance of the voice, and it just changes a lot of the feeling of it. Even though she's saying, you know, positive things for the most part, you know, I love you and all that. But it clearly was not the Amelia that we know and love. Something was very wrong, and that's not okay. No matter how cute of a face and cute of a voice it was, no matter what who says to Subaru that he wants to hear, that definitely was not Amelia. And he recognizes that. But man, that scene was just something else. And then we talked to Roswaal because we kind of had to, because he's the only one that really knows what's up around here. And, you know, I was already irritated a little bit seeing Ram protecting Roswaal again, because that's always irritated me, because I don't like Roswaal and I like Ram. But then Roswaal does something that's definitely not forgivable. Stabbing Garth by stabbing through Ram. I can't even describe with words how wrong that was. For so many reasons. You know, for one thing, Garth likes Ram, right? So, obviously he's got to be pretty damn upset that she was basically used as an accessory to kill him, right? Also, Ram, who is trying to, you know, defend Roswaal, gets literally stabbed in the back by him, someone that she trusts and cares about. And Roswaal does not think it twice about any of this, I guess, because he'll be reset anyway, I guess is the implication, but that doesn't help much. It just really doesn't. Just that look on Ram's face, like, how could you? Because Ram doesn't know about the resetting, the return by death. Just, that was so horrible. Just, I hate you so much, Roswaal. Seeing you get murdered by a bunch of rabbits did very little to make me feel better, but I guess it was at least something, right? So, also later on, I didn't quite get what Roswaal meant about Subaru being able to reset, but not him. I guess the only way I could take that is he means that he doesn't remember exactly what happens in the other iterations the same way Subaru does. He just remembers that they happened, I guess, but you had to remember something about it, right? So I didn't quite get what he meant by that, because it does seem like he knows somewhat about what's going on, you know, what's been done in previous iterations. But, I don't know. I really don't get quite how much he knows about it, really. Because it seems like he knows a little bit more than just the fact that it happens, but I don't know. It's really hard to get too much of a feel for what he's thinking at any given time, because he's just the worst. But yeah, there's a lot of talk about Subaru and what he does and what he has to do and following the book and all that stuff. Not really much I want to say on that. They just have this conversation while they're just dead on the floor, you know, as you do. There's so many upsetting things happen in this episode. But yeah, a lot of talking. And then the rabbits show up eventually. You know, after Roswaal freaking beats up Subaru because he wasn't enough of a dick this episode. You had to do that on top of it. Then the rabbit showed up, right? And yeah, the rabbit showed up earlier than before. I guess because Roswaal did the snow thing earlier, whatever. Doesn't really matter. The point is they showed up, they completely murdered Roswaal, which is one of the few positive things to happen in the episode. But, you know, Subaru certainly didn't get out of this unscathed, because by the time he got to Amelia, he was just messed up. Like, it's kind of impressive that he even got there, really. I don't even know how he got there, honestly. But man, he was messed up. But man, just how does she look so cute and yet so terrifying? It's really impressive. But yeah, his dying action was to go for that lap pillow. And if you're gonna die, I can't really imagine a better setting to die, you know, than being given a lap pillow by the girl of your dreams, you know? I really can't think of much better than that, realistically. But yeah, as he's doing that, we see the rest of his body, which is just so messed up. Blood everywhere. But, you know, I think he got a kiss at the end there, so probably does a lot to numb the pain. The taste of death. But, yeah, this was definitely a eventful episode, for sure. Definitely have to reset. I mean, that kind of goes without question. We lost so many people this episode. I mean, even though Beatrice is a spirit, she'll still come back and be reset by death, right? I'm not quite sure on that, really. I hope so. I definitely hope so. I really don't want her to just be dead forever, you know? Because I like Beatrice quite a bit. She was a very fun character in the beginning of the show. You know, one of my favorite things about that whole hanging out in the mansion arc, you know, that really early on arc was, you know, Beatrice's existence and her role in it, you know? I liked the way she was like the only person that Subaru could really go to for support and protection. You know, that was a really compelling part of the show for me, right? So I don't want her to just die, especially not by freaking Elsa as a literal backstab. Just no. Just no. That's the thing that pissed me off the most was just stabbing Ram. I mean, that, as far as what actually bothered me the most, that probably was it. But yeah, I don't really have much more to say on the episode. It's just why so much cruelty has to happen is my question. And hopefully, yeah, I keep hoping that the next iteration, the next reset by death will be better, you know? It'll be less cruel and horrible and things will progressively get better and better until we get an ideal ending, but that does not seem to be the case so far. These have not been getting better, like, at all. I mean, this is definitely far from the best iteration of this arc so far. And maybe at the bottom, but close to it, really. But, although seeing Amelia like this was kind of nice in its own way, I guess, even if it felt wrong. But yeah, that was the episode. I really don't have much more to say on it, so I really should just end off the episode. But yeah, all I can say is better luck next time, Subaru. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.